Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 episode number 5 reaction. Alright, the previous episode, I reacted to two episodes in the previous video, episode 3 and episode 4. Episode 3 was like them kind of explaining a lot of things, explaining the rules of the culling games, and a lot of the situation that is ongoing. They kind of explained it, Tengen explained all of that, and they divided the like the different things that the different members of the team are going to do. And then we had the next episode where Maki went to the Zenin clan and just took them all out. Mai sacrificed herself for Maki, and with the last little bit remaining of like her life, she gave her like a replica of that sword. I forgot the name. And Maki just and told her that destroy everything, and she did that in the end, and that was crazy. That whole section was absolutely insane. And yeah, now let's see what happens in today's episode. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Stick it to whichever is your preference. Let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is Panda's backstory. On its own. You can wait. He create what? Right. Hmm. Whoa. Ah. Use information. Hmm. So that has right. Her actual son's damn, she got up. At the existence. I see. Is this the favor that he was talking about? That oh he I have a favor. Yeah. That's why he let Panda go. Man. Oh my god, that guy is here. What's his name? I forgot his name. This dude. Yep, this grandpa. I forgot his name. Wait, did he already get defeated? Oh my god, crazy. Principal. The body's information. Single cut. Other. Oh. Oh. If he reveals it? Oh, okay. Oh. Damn. Right. Okay, here's the thing. I kind of forgot about Panda's power, but now I'm remembering it again. Um, in season one, right? They showed how he has like three souls and everything. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So when uh he was talking about like three souls, I was like, wait, what? And then I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, this is actually a thing. We saw this in season one. It's been so long that season one came out. I forgot a lot of things from there. Not forgot, but it's just, like kind of buried deep down. Earning money as a bookie. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh. Yeah. That's not revealed then, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh, yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah. Bruh. Mind your own damn business. Yeah. Um. Right. Oh boy. Yeah. How the hell did he know? Is there some CCTV cameras here or something? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Nah, he knew what buttons to push. Oh my god, I was correct. Oh lord. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Hmm. 9 days until the deadline. Right. Wait. Oh, so they do men. I guess makes sense. Well, they need to make the money. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Hmm. Oh lord. Damn. Wow. What? Yeah. John Bobby. Dangerous fireball kid? Right. Well, okay, so this is Akari? Right. Damn! The other third year, that girl. I think the fact that. Yeah, obviously. Damn! Oh damn! uh, uh. Hey, damn! Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Intentional fighting in 3 dimension. Wait, I just realized Megan was just there. Okay, her name is Kirara. What? Inji Hakari Kirara. Okay, I couldn't read it properly. Wait, doesn't Hakari know about Panda being from Jujutsu? I... Oh. Oh, I see. Wait, what? Wait, that's a guy? Okay. Well, focus on focus on. But in Hakari himself is calling for him, so who knows? Bright and charming personality. Control of the place cook. Huh. Yeah, then Yuji will have to do whatever. Oh, oh, there he is. I do 1 hour a day. Oh, yeah. What? Well, obviously. Right. Hmm. Session. Oh, damn. That's a good answer, actually. Damn. Hmm. That's you. You will be that. You will be that person. Um, Either pick it up or uh, other than yeah. Oh God, don't slip up. Damn, that phone is still ringing. How long is that? Oh no, he slipped up. Oh no. Oh Lord. At this point, you better just say that. Yeah. Ah. Whoa. What type? Oh, that's why he asked him that question. Bruh. As soon as the phone started ringing, that's why he asked, like, "Oh, by the way, Satoru Gojo cannot hold his liquor." Like Yuji tried to feign ignorance, but he feigned a bit too much ignorance, which became a little bit of a, like, indication that maybe I'm lying, maybe this guy's lying. Hmm. Right, and there you go, that was today's episode. So today we had two things. First thing was Panda and what was his name, Yaga, right? Yeah. um those two, and then we had the Hakari section. So first and foremost, let's talk about Yaga. That's his name, right? Yaga? Wait a minute. Let me just double check. Sometimes I mix up the names and put one name on the other character. Uh, yeah, Yaga. Masamichi Yaga. So, Yaga, he. his power, his technique, which is. Wait a minute. So, first and foremost, when Panda was there, that's when the school principal, that guy, what was his name? Do something. Wait a minute. No, Yaga is the principal. So, oh, this guy, Gakuganji. Yep, that's his name. So Gakuganji was asked, like, oh, what is that thing? Now, this is where he's suspected. Here we go. Is it possible to have made man-made cursed corpses act more autonomously than other forms of manipulation? But they're always powered by consuming cursed energy from the sorcerer. However, what he's doing, yet that thing is sustaining itself on its own cursed energy. And that is Yaga's power, I guess. Higher ups are currently trying to designate you as a special grade and officially sentence you to indefinite imprisonment. Because if you can intentionally create that thing, you can easily have your own army. That makes sense. I guess that's why they were like, oh yeah, we have to just, like imprison him indefinitely so that he never comes out. So he asks him, like, do you know about it? Is this your power or something? At which Yaga said, like, no. Do you truly not know how that thing was made? He denies it. So now, here we get to know about this other kid. What was his name? Taka, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Takamichi or something like that, right? Takeru, sorry. Okay. So he had these autonomous, like, like these entities, and Takeru was the one who shared the same, I guess, but not personality, but same thing. Where's that part where? Okay, so then we go back to the present where this dude cuts off Panda's restraints because he was like, I have something that like Yaga helped me with, so this is how I'm returning the favor back. So yeah, you were captured to lure Yaga-san out, so get out of here. I have something that I owe that man a favor. There you go. And then we go back to the past, and this is where we get to know what this favor was. So his sister, I guess. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so this thing is not your nephew. So Takeru, it is just something with your nephew's information. Yeah, so his sister's son was Takeru. I'm guessing something happened to Takeru and he passed away. And that is why, like this autonomous like thing, this creature, which has Takeru's information, was something that helped, her mother to kind of, like get closure, I guess, somehow. And which is why her brother was like like grateful about it, and that's why he helped Panda get out of that place. Interesting. So wait a minute. That means these autonomous creatures, like these the creatures, they have information about actual people, and they like kind of like replicate that. So later on, they kind of say that later on, Panda is supposed to be Yaga's son. Then that's what they say, right? Later on. Okay, so then later on we see Yaga like confronting this guy, who's like, "Oh, disclose how you create those autonomous man-made cursed corpses." And then comes in Gakuganji, and then Gakuganji defeats him. They don't even show how he defeated him. It's like a cut, like. Okay, so Yaga says, just a minute. You use the body's information to reproduce the soul's information. Use the body's information to reproduce the soul's information. Oh. Body's information to reproduce the soul's information. Then you place that soul information in that cursed corpse's core. Okay. And then that is not enough though. You have to place cores housing 3 highly compatible souls. Into a single cursed corpse. Then make those souls observe each other at all times. Right. I guess, because unless and until something is observed, they cannot exist, like Schrodinger's cat situation. Doing that finally allows the souls to stabilize so self-awareness can take root. Okay, so take the body's information, replicate into like a soul, put that soul into the core, and put 3 of these souls so that they can each observe each other, which will make the soul manifest and self-awareness can take root. Right. Roughly 3 months after that's born, it will begin supplying its own cursed energy. Okay. Okay, I see. And that's how it works. And obviously, Gakuganji is like, why tell now? And he was like, I'm just, like transferring the curse back, to you. A curse from me to you, yeah. Okay. Wait, where is that part where I think there was a section in today's episode where they implied that Panda was supposed to be his son? Or am I just mistaken? Okay, so yeah, Panda goes and like grabs him. Obviously, Gakuganji's like, "Why don't you fight?" And he's like, "Oh, like I know that you didn't really want to kill him, and pandas don't fight. In situations like this, I'll just think of this situation as a knife that just fell on top of him. You being that knife." Okay, so yeah, okay, I needed to read that part because there was a lot of information that I needed to understand. Okay, now I understand it more or less. How these autonomous, like these cursed corpses, how these work and how he used to do it. Um, okay, right. Yeah, okay, so that was the first section. Then we had the whole section, the rest of the part was like Hakari section. So now let's talk about Hakari. So Hakari here, he is a third year, right? Yeah, who a senior who has been expelled, and he apparently stays here and like runs this fight club where he makes sorcerers fight each other and non-sorcerers watch that. Now here, obviously, this in itself is like a rule violation immediately. Like like sorcerers fighting and non-sorcerers watching. Like what the hell? Aren't we supposed to keep this a secret? So in itself a rule violation. And because of all of this, if Hakari gets to know that someone from Jutsu is here, he's just gonna dip. Like, yeah, no convincing, nothing is gonna work. He's just going to dip. So that's why Yuji and Megumi, they had to act as like someone who was completely unrelated to this and just go in. Megumi was like, I cannot really do much in this situation. You go and fight Yuji and like infiltrate this I'm going to try in a different way. Now, surprisingly, Panda was the one who ended up being Yuji's opponent, and they made like a whole, like a little play. Hakari was watching this, and Hakari was like, no, not watching this. Before the battle began, he was like, Panda's gonna win. You know, that's pretty funny because he talks about gambling. Literally, the first, I guess you could say, the gamble that he made, that, oh yeah, Panda's going to win, ended up it being a complete, like, loss, because technically Yuji won. So, right? Wait a minute, let me just check. He said, right, that Panda's going to win? Okay, luck is meant to be tested. It's going to gamble when you know who will win from the past. There aren't many stray sorcerers who are tough enough to beat Panda. Okay, so that's hilarious. He talks about like all these, like, oh yeah, luck is going to be like, it only is fun when it's tested. This is pretty easy. Obviously, Panda's going to win, and then Panda loses, and he's like, right. Now, obviously, they were not really fighting, like fighting. They were just doing like a play over there, as you could see. Panda acted as if he lost, you know. So, you know, they were not really fighting in like seriously, but still, you know, he gambled and he lost that gamble, and I guess that made him interested in Yuji, and he's like, all right, bring him in. You know, like he will be my my whatever piece who I'm going to use to, you know, like make more money out of this whole fight club and everything. And he was like, you know, sharing his whole plan later on, as you see, to Yuji, before he gets interrupted by the phone call where Kirara, right? Where Kirara, like, kind of, it was like an indication where something is fishy going on, that type of indication, which is where Hakari asked the question that, oh yeah, do you know Satoru? Not, he didn't really directly ask, he was like, oh yeah, Satoru Gojo is also pretty, like, cannot drink that much. At which Yuji acted so nonchalant about it that he's like, that's a bit sus. Like, you know, like, you, like, everyone knows Gojo. Like, the fact that you're saying it like this makes me think that you're trying to hide something. And that being, you're from Jujutsu. So yeah, the whole thing was like, the ruse was up. Okay, another thing. So wait a minute, Kirara's a guy? Right, that's what they said, right? When when they were talking, when Panda was like, oh, there's it was Panda, right? There was another dude in like, who's a senior. And okay, wait a minute. Where do they introduce them? I couldn't even read their names properly because they just showed the subtitles and just took it away immediately. I couldn't even read it properly. Wait a minute, where's that part where they introduce Hakari and okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. Jutsu High third year Kinji Hakari. Okay. And then Jutsu High third year Kirara Hoshi. Right. Kirara Hoshi. That's an interesting name. Hoshi means star. Kirara means sparkling. So his name is literally Sparkling Star or something. Oh, that's interesting. Kinji Hakari. Okay. Um okay, so Kirara's technique, as we get to know, as Panda says, that it's like a weird one, apparently, where he was trying to go, you know, like kind of trying to go, but the distance, it seemed like it was like kind of repeating itself. Like, so it's like some sort of an illusion, maybe, something like that. Right. Okay, so another, but I have to say, there's another section that I wouldn't say like impressed, but it was really interesting to see the way they shot that scene. The section where Yuji goes in and Hakari is just sitting there, and Hakari is like, oh, like you can earn 1 million yen a month by doing something for 1 day and 1 hour, and he then says like, oh, it's a scam, by the way, and all that stuff. That's where it starts, and this continues for like at least 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. The whole conversation, where he at first talks about how this is a scam, and then he talks about passion and gambling and how Yuji is going to be the one, and then the phone call comes in, and then he gets suspicious, and then he's like, right, like, drink. Oh, by the way, Gojo Satoru also cannot hold his liquor. And this is where Yuji kind of messes up, and yeah, this whole section, if you notice, it's one shot. It's one shot. The characters are sitting there at the same, not sitting, like Hakari was sitting, Yuji was standing. It was just like one shot, continuous shot, where both characters were talking. These shots always impress me because, like, I don't know, these shots highlight more about the characters and their like actions than any other shots do in any type of media, like be it anime, be it movies, be it whatever, because usually shots are cut. Like when one person is talking, it cuts to that character, like gives like a like a zoom in, zoom out, whatever, and then when another character is talking, it cuts to another character, and this back and forth happens. That's how it goes when characters are talking, and like all that stuff. It's very rare that like as one singular shot gets shot like this, where both the characters are there and like the camera's not moving and they're just talking. These type of shots are very similar, like are very like much prevalent in shows like Monogatari and everything, and I really enjoy these type of like like shots very much, because I don't know, it makes you, what can I say, it makes you like, it highlights the character and their actions more, you know like you can see throughout this whole section like what Hakari was doing. At first he was like kind of like just like this, and then he kind of gets up like this. He talks to Yuji is also like moving at the same time, kind of like this, like, and he like kind of moves forward a little bit and then moves back, and then Hakari talks about all of that stuff. When his phone starts ringing, Hakari kind of gets up, gets the alcohol, all these things. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it shows more about the character and their actions, and it brings out a different type of charm to those characters. Yeah, anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because I really like this whole singular shot, just shot like this, and the characters just talking like that for like 5 minutes and the camera not moving at all. Anyways, it's kind of different, it's like separate from like the show in itself, but I just wanted to highlight this whole section. Either way, so yeah, this section, Hakari talks, like I said, Hakari talks about passion and gambling, and how, like, as you can see, he's highlighting on the fact that, oh yeah, people who are passionate, these type of people I like. When that passion gets cold, like, I'm not really that, So here we go. He says this part where he talks about how like one person is trying to scam the other by saying that, oh, by the way, you give me 200,000 yen, I'm going to show you the way you can get 1 million yen in like a month by doing like 1 hour job per day. And people, only like fools get into these type of like schemes and get scammed. But the thing to take away from here is that both of those characters are passionate. One person who's scamming is passionate about the fact that some idiot is going to fall for this, and that's their, like that's what, and that's why they do it. And then there's the other person who's getting scammed, who also has a certain sort of passion, where they are passionate enough that they want to take the risk and see if this actually works. Here we go. It's all because of passion. Both the swindler and the deceived one have the same passionate drive, Right, to change their lives. Yeah, the scammer's like, I'm going to change my life by scamming this guy out of 200,000 yen. While the one getting scammed is like, oh, I'm going to change my life by maybe following this method, and maybe I'll get 1 million yen a month by doing 1 hour job per day. People high on passion lose sight of their judgment, yet no one can fall in love without passion either. I love that passion. Right. And he's like, you know exactly the direct way to people can deal with passion. You just like gambling. That's actually a very good answer to that question. Yeah, it makes sense, but I never would have come up with it. Like, I probably would have said something like, direct way for people to deal with passion. What would I have said in that situation? Deal with passion. Uh, I don't know, like maybe like party or something. Something like that I probably would have said. When you're too damn passionate about something and you're like a lot of energy, you just go and party, I guess. Like that type of answer I would have given. Anyways, but yeah, gambling is a very good answer. You know, right. And Hakari loved it. Hakari's like, yes, you're the dude. You know what I'm talking about. You're my man. Lots of women have dumped me because of they hate gambling, but they've got it wrong. Our society is okay, so all that stuff. I love passion. In the future, I want to control this nation's passion through my fight club. Yeah, and this is where Yuji comes in. Apparently, um, yeah, he's like Itadori. Want to get high on my passion. This is exactly when the phone starts ringing, and he realizes, right, this dude is fishy. And this is where he's like, oh, you know what, let's drink. And you just like, I cannot drink, I'm underage. And he's like, oh, okay. By the way, did you know Gojo Satoru's pretty cannot hold his drink either? You just like, oh, Gojo Satoru, who's that? Bam, the whole cover is down because as soon as that he says that, Hakari's like, yeah. By the way, why did you feign ignorance? In no way you do not know about Gojo Satoru. Everyone knows about him. The fact that you feign ignorance means you're from Jutsu High. And then the clash. That's where it ended. Right. There you go. Good episode. Yeah, let's see what happens. Because I don't know. Like, are they gonna fight now? Hakari and Yuji. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I guess they didn't really show Hakari's power still, but we did get like a little glimpse. He was making like. He was making like. What are those? Like screens. Like, not screens, but like, like door kind of things. So. Right. Anyways, I guess we'll get to know in the next episode what he does. But that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 5 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.